Test taking tips. Studying to take the test. This presentation will provide students with test taking tips to help with preparing for finals. 10 tips to prepare for the test. 1. Get informed. Think like your instructor. Make study aids. Practice. Study every day. Eliminate distractions. 7. Break down large concepts. Review easy materials, attend class, and number 10, review study materials. Number 1, get informed. Before you start studying, find out chapters and topics the test will cover. The test format. The test format will help you determine how you should learn the material. Some questions to help you determine the test format. Will there be multiple choice questions or short answers? Will you write an in-class essay? Think like your instructor. Your homework assignments, quizzes, handouts, notes, and in-class assignments are all indicators of what your instructor thinks is important about the information and what might appear on the test. Be sure to pay close attention to your class notes, recall lectures, and use that information to help you focus on the material that you need to study. Make your own study aids. Research has shown that practice tests work better than simply highlighting and rereading your notes. So turn your notes into flashcards, ask a friend to quiz you, or write your own practice test and be sure to answer those questions. Practice, practice, practice. What you can do in order to do an in-class essay is to outline the essays ahead of time. Because you are aware of how the instructor thinks and what the instructor feels is important, you're able to pick out topics and subjects that could be possible essay questions and outline those essays prior to the day of the test. You're able to have your 3 main points as well as the information you plan to include on the essay. For math tests, do plenty of practice problems similar to the ones that you know will appear on the test. Make a list of questions that you think might show up on the test, and then make sure you answer those questions. Study every day. If you have a test in a week, studying a little each day will help you identify tough concepts or weak areas in your knowledge in advance. Eliminate distractions. Distractions make it difficult to pay attention to what you are doing, which in turn make it harder to commit facts to memory. So turn off notifications on your phone, silence your phone, temporarily block your favorite websites, stick to instrumental music while you study so you're not tempted to sing along. Take a break every 45 minutes or so to help you stay focused. Break down large concepts. If you're studying a big topic like the Civil War for history or cellular processes for biology, try breaking the material you need to study into chunks. Study one battle at a time or one chapter section at a time and then quiz yourself. Ask yourself questions about what you've just studied and write your answers down. Don't neglect the easy stuff. Even if you've been acing a certain subject or concept all year and think the test will be a breeze, you should still give it a review before the day of the test. You don't want to lose points for careless errors. It does not hurt to refresh your memory of that material. Attend class. Missing classes automatically puts you at a disadvantage. Make sure you go to class, especially during the week leading up to the test, and attend any review sessions your instructor holds. The day of the test. Before you take the test, give yourself time for a quick review to ensure the material is fresh in your mind. Shuffle through your flashcards a couple of times. Reread your chapter outline. Listen closely to all instructions. Focus on addressing each question individually. Relax. Check over your work if you have any extra time remaining. Test reminders. Get enough sleep the night before the test. Your memory recall will be much better if you've had enough rest. Be sure to eat a healthy breakfast. Practice deep breathing techniques if you find yourself becoming nervous or overwhelmed. Arrive to the test early. Be sure to budget time for any traffic, any trains, or any mishaps that may happen prior to you arriving the day of the test. We wouldn't want you to come in flustered and frustrated because you had to experience or endure some type of hectic traffic getting there. Read over the entire test before you begin. Read over the entire test before you begin. Once you have the test paper in front of you, read over the entire test, checking to see how long it is and all the parts that are expected for you to complete. This will let you estimate how much time you have for each section. Also, you are able to ask the instructor questions if something seems unclear before you start. Just ask the instructor for clarity. Focus on addressing each question individually. As you take the test, if you don't know an answer, don't obsess over it. Instead, answer the best way you can or skip over the question and come back to it after you've answered the other questions. If you blank out on something and start to get tense, it suddenly becomes much more difficult to remember. So relax. Take 4 or 5 deep breaths and proceed with your test. It's usually a good idea to spend any extra time checking over your work, so you can add details that you may not have thought you had time for. Or on the other hand, if you have 5 minutes until you're supposed to be complete and you're still writing, wind up whatever you're working on without panicking. Good luck on your finals. In order to get credit for participating in this virtual workshop, please click the link to complete the assessment. The link is available in the description box, or you can scan the QR code to complete. Again, good luck on your finals and have a great holiday break.